Hello everyone, welcome back to the White One Auto channel. And what we have in here today is a 2018 Chevrolet Equinox. We did a few things on it, but another thing that it needs is this car has a tire monitor light on, where you can see it currently has 3 sensors that are reading and 1 sensor that is not. So, always try to urge people, before you go ahead and plug a sensor in, you should always test them first. Because according to the monitor, the left rear tire is what's missing. But I see this car has brand new tires on it. You can see these are new tires. So me just going off, if they're not able to program tires, they probably didn't put them back in the correct position. So what we'll do is we use our Snap-on TPS4, Tpms 4, and we'll go ahead and select this vehicle. We will build it up and then test the sensors first. So we will go over to test. Then this is a Chevrolet. It's a Equinox. And it's a 2018. So now let's go in and we'll test the first one here. And while it's running the test, it should beep and display what the current pressure is. So it should have beeped by now, but it's not. So as I thought, they didn't put the tires back on the correct way. So we'll see which one actually isn't reading. So let's test this one. Why is it not down? So wait, so we got testing. So this one is reading. So let's come over here. Let's see. So we'll test this one. And this one is reading. You can see it's giving a reading of 37 psi. And now we'll come over here and test this one. So our DIC is incorrect. We do have a tire pressure sensor in the in the left rear. We don't have a working tire pressure sensor in the left front. And that's because, like all computers are only good enough if they're programmed correctly. So this has trash in, so it gives you trash out. So that was a little message I got when I was in high school and I took a basic computer programming class. Trash in gets your trash out. So it does not need a sensor in the left rear, it needs a sensor in the left front. So this is the sensor that we are going to replace, and we're going to use our TPMS tool to replace that. So let's do that. So hopefully we can catch this all on camera. So we'll back out of here. Back all the way out and get to our main screen. Now we will go to here to where it says replace sensor. So we're still on a Chevrolet, still on an Equinox, the 2018. And we're going to use this sensor, a Schneider 33500. So I'll show it again later. So That's the sensor that we're using. So it tells us to use that same sensor. Now we're going to create, excuse me, so we need to create, why is this thing? So we need to create a sensor because we don't have a working sensor in there. So it's telling us to get our sensor near. So we'll bring our sensor. So we'll get our sensor close to our tool, and then start this. So it is updating. So it's verifying. So that is successful. So next it tells us to install, but we're not going to install it yet. Now it's telling us to inflate and go on the DIC, and we can start a tire monitor learning session. So we'll see if it does have that availability to do it on the DIC. If not, we'll have to get a scan tool. But let's go in and check. And see, does it tell us we can learn? Let me scroll through here. So I wasn't able to find a screen through here. And we have a scanner, so I'm just going to plug the scanner in and go into the tire monitor relearn mode. So we got our Equinox loaded up. Let's go into tire monitor here. Where is it under? Well, we're in the S. Let's go tire pressure monitor. So now there should be a function. Learn mode. So once we enter this, you will hear the horn beep. Oh wait, I was trying to press it on my phone. So the horn is beeped. Now tire learn is activated. Now let us grab our tool. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sit our sensor up here on the wheel and then run through the learn. So we got one horn beep. So that one's beeping. So let's get the next one here. Boy, I gotta figure out this glare. Now we should get a double horn beep after the fourth one. So there's our double. So now let's go back in and look at our DIC. It says we have one tire at 0. So let's read our info. Let's go up to info. And you can see it's reading the left front tire doesn't have a sensor in it because it doesn't. So now what we'll do is now we will take our left front wheel off, not our left rear wheel, and put a new sensor in that. So let me go ahead and do that. So just so, because I know everybody doubts, so we're only gonna pull this left front wheel off. We only got the hoist set on one side. So we're gonna hurry up and pull this wheel off and install our new sensor. So we got our left front wheel off, so we'll take the wheel and our sensor over to our tire machine to replace this. So we got our tire off, and you can see there's some type of liquid on here. There is some sort of liquid inside the tire, which I think it's oil, because I think whoever mounted these tires, because you see how you see oil there? This is oil. So whoever mounted these tires doesn't use tire lube, like something like this, like a tire lube. They use some thinned down oil. So that's probably what damaged the sensor, if it wasn't bad already. So let me get this cleaned up. So we're airing it up now. Normally we would just mark it and probably not check the balance, but because this place is a little hokey, we are gonna check the balance just to make sure, because this is going on the front and we're the last place to touch it, so I don't want to have that be an issue. But it's marked left front down up in there. So I don't know why. Maybe the sensors were always reading bad or were reading off. I don't know. That's a new one on me. And the balance isn't really that far out. You could probably account this to us having to remove the tire and it just being on a different machine. So we'll fix this and get it in at 0. So we're able to bring this thing into 0. It needed 125 and then a 1/4 ounce. And as you can see, just with the tire close to the car, it should read the tire monitor. And it is. So it's saying we got 33 PSI there, 38, 36, and 36. I think our recommended tire pressure is like 35. But we'll go ahead and get this wheel torqued on the vehicle, get the tire pressures adjusted. So remember, before you do any type of TPMS work, always check all your sensors first. This is very, very important on Ford vehicles, because I do a lot of Ford trucks with like transmissions and BCMs and PCMs, a lot of Super Duties, where after you update the PCM or BCM or TCM, or if you got to program keys, they want you to relearn the tires too. And if you're not able to do that, you could get a tire message to where you didn't have one before. So just remember to be very mindful of that. White One Auto, remember to comment, like, and subscribe.